Allow me to push your power past its limits!
I wouldn't trust that. Not unless you want me upping the body count by a few hundred.
Okay, I'm Harcy, you guys. We're back with another video. We're doing the tier list video. So it's been a while since our last tier list video. We're gonna be starting off going from the honorable mentions up to the top 10s. Right here we are going at already has our honorable mentions. So I guess for our first one for 10, I will be putting Tien. I know a lot of people might think it's a little different that Tien is at 10, but just based off how this anniversary has gone, but especially these other teams that are in the lineups, Saiyan Saga is definitely a big thing. Tien has Succession, Tien has Tag. He is double purple on both sides, but he's different, especially because there's a lot of greens in the meta. That definitely gives him a lot of value. Like, I know there's Evo. I have Evo as an honorable mention, but nobody how can I say, the team of Universe Rep has lost a lot of stock so Evo isn't ran, and then I just feel like Evo's capabilities aren't as good because it takes too long to ramp up to level 3, and by that time with that as damage you was trying to do with Evo, you could have got that damage with Tien off rip. Chao 2 can also do damage, so you don't have to prioritize Tien and on the Tien side. You can get damage on both sides. So I put Tien at 10. I feel like he's above these other teams like Diamond 4 Ku, because Diamond's not really ran. I feel like that he's still a great unit, but he's not really ran. UMV is as well as a great unit. He's not, but again, he's not ran on. He has teams that be ran on, but if you have the new Goku, Goku has his KO guard, which definitely does benefit more in this meta as well than UMV, especially because there's a lot of red units. It shows if you get caught by like Kaioken Goku. There was hit guard is Plat that could get out UMV, and there was Ultra Cell as well. So definitely keep that in mind. So that's why I have it's not that I think Tien is better than UMV or Diamond 4 Ku. That's not that at all. It's just I think that because of Saiyan Saga, Tien has more I gotta say, he's more valuable in this term of this meta, because you still have Kaioken Goku, you still have Vegeta, and you have the next one who I will be putting at 9, who just got his unique plat equip. Got a new one. Where is he? Piku. There we go. Putting Fiku at 9, definitely because he's better. He's a better tank. I think he got his plat. It's like he basically got a whole revamp, better tank. He has the disrupts. He's not gonna be one of those where he comes out and does mad damage. He can do damage, but he's more of your tank. I've been seeing him survive rushes. He's the one that's gonna get you there, get a couple of damage here and there, pop his disrupt, heal a little bit, and gonna get you in and out. He's gonna save you. Especially because Saiyan Saga is definitely one of the better teams to run. I feel like he's a better option, especially because he got that plat. So that's me for Fiku. For 8, only because he just got his plat equip he just got a new brand new plat equip just frequently, and I don't think he's on this tier list. I think I have to. Oh no, he is. I was like, I think I have to find him. I left full power Frieza. Nullifying endurance. More damage guard. More damage inflicted. I gotta read the rest of that kit. The rest I know he has more blast damage. He sells cards for a disrupt. I feel like this man is like, he's disgusting. I think somebody told me he can also, don't quote me, somebody told me he can also like nullify endurance things on rush. He's either on rush or he's just kind of like a mini cell in certain aspects. Don't know for sure. I gotta double check back on that, but that's where I put him at. I just feel like because of the new Ultra Frieza that came out, and especially with the Rev Lizard, the Blue Arrival Frieza, I feel like LOE is gonna get a push. This is the first time of the push for LOE, so just keep that in mind. That's why I have him at 8. It's interchangeable with the next person I'm putting up here. Would be Goku. Goku's at 7. I feel like he's starting to show signs of he's been showing signs. He's starting to definitely show signs of like old age. His last platinum cup he got made him a game changer. Like he was something different. But he's made him a game changer, but he's not really something I expected him to be so different from. So he's not really tanking as much. He's not dealing as much damage. You know, the meta is changing, it's progressing, so he's finally showing his age. But that's Goku. We know his AoE greens. We know he gets his he counters an AoE green for a block at least once. He's good for that. His gauge fills, he gets back health. He goes type neutral once his gauge uses gauge to fill it up. But that's why I have him there, and that's where I'm gonna leave him at. For 6, I will be grabbing Ultra Cell. I feel like Ultra Cell is a great unit. I feel like the hype that people were putting him at like top 2 was OD. He's a great unit, but he doesn't have any teams. You can run him on PO. Android is not up there. He has his permanent endurance notification, which was great. Especially get out these yellows like UMV, Helen Caligula, Godku. You could even snipe out Evo, snipe out MUI. Like he was getting you out of there. He just he doesn't have many teams. Like if he had a good team, a good PO lineup team, you can figure it out. He'd be great, especially because I feel like because he was red and there was a lot of yellows in the meta, that definitely pushed up his value. I think the only reason why he was lower back then is because Daima was out, and Daima Forku kind of did it on his release. But I mean, he's gone now. Cell waited his turn. Now he's still up here. I feel like if he had a better team and more versatility, he would be up there. It's just teams. It's just a team thing that keeps him lower at 6. But I feel like that's where we'd be at. Once they find him a better team, he'll be better. So now we're breaking into the top 5. Top 5 would be Vegeta. Revival Vegeta, green unit. Has a lot of open space in here. Revival, Sand Sagas are pushing him up there. He does great damage. Blast based. I've used Vegeta. I'm starting to use Vegeta more, especially because he's a safety net, because he's a revival. So he's a rush counter, he's all that, especially if you want to run him with Super Saiyan 3, not Super Saiyan 3, you want to run him with the new Ultra Nameku, or his KO guard, so you have an additional life you really don't got to worry about. Like with Cell has a permanent endurance notification, you don't got to worry about that. Because Vegeta's a revival unit. You're going to be safe. I feel like that's for that. I feel like Vegeta he's a good safety net because there's not a lot of purples out here. Some people still run MUI, so you know you can run him with Frieza as a good combo. I've tried running the green red lineup with him, Cell, and Ultra Frieza. I will be doing a video on that soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. But that's how I feel for how he is with that. But I feel like he's doing good. 5 is still, for me, is good for him because he's the safety net and because of the team that he's ran on. So that's where I'll leave him at. For number 4, I'm putting MUI Goku. MUI Goku is a great unit. Definitely was just top 1A or top 1A or 1B just before part 3 dropped. He's blue. There's a lot of reds in his lineup. He can get a lot of these reds out of here. He heals after when somebody pops a blue card on him. His counter gauge, counter green card. I know he has a disrupt with additional card cost when you're getting close to killing him. We all know how UI's players play. We all know how UI is used. But for what he was, he's a great unit. I feel like Universe Rep attack has fell off, but Sands are still there. You can run him on Sun Family Sands. I feel like he still has his versatility. Still can be ran, but he's dropped down. because of who's came out after the mid part 3, and right after him, I'm gonna be putting. Where is he? There we go. How can Goku? You're probably like, but he's red and you know he's blue. But if you've been playing PvP, how can Goku with him? He goes type neutral on his greens. Never know. Blue card is a long range blue card. No, I think pre-transformation his blue cards are projectile type, and then post-transformation is like a dash in blue. Heavy on the damage. Heavy on damage. He has a good amount of damage guard. Defensive gauge. Like I said, it goes type neutral on greens. This man is like he's getting his damage in and out. That's why UMV dropped. If you're yellow, it's hard to be out here in this meta if you're yellow. That's why I'm saying UMVs are honorable mention right now because the reds that were in the meta Cell, Kaioken, Goku, and Hit. That's 3 reds that are there to jump you. You got it. Like I feel bad for UMV because that's one of my favorite units in the game. And one of my favorite Vegetas. But it's sad because so many reds in the unit, so many reds in the meta. But you gotta do what you gotta do with. But Kaioken Goku definitely is up there. Then he has a solar flare after post transformation, so definitely still you can stun you. You gotta keep all that in mind. He's definitely up there. The Saiyan Saga is definitely like one of the better teams to run now. But that he just keeps on. He has different options for Vegeta, Fiku, Tien. If you want to run Nappa, but I don't think you're gonna run Nappa. But I know other teams you can run them with. I know you're probably gonna get ran. He's probably gonna get ran with like Fiku, him, and like the new Ultra Nameku. He has a lot of options of teams to be ran on, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, I have him at 3. At 2, I am putting Ultra Nameku. A lot of people are saying he's gonna be great. He's still great unit, great offensive unit. The lock in after the gauge, if you have UMV and him, just run him. Because UMV, if he gets killed, he gets killed. If a teammate gets killed, they get killed. He has his KO guard. You're saving that unit. So his KO guard for him is like his own set of endurance basically. But if you lose another unit, you can bring them back. So it's like you could really map it out. It's good to use, but sometimes it's good to save that for later on. He's did his thing. I haven't really used him. I do have him now at like 10 stars. I haven't really used him, but what I've seen from videos and how he's being ran, his KO guard, you gotta really keep that in perspective. So I will be putting him at 2, definitely because there are reds like Kaioken, Goku, and Cell in the meta still. So I can't put you predominantly at 1, but he's top 2, and then top 1 is the Emperor himself, Ultra Full Power Frieza. I did not expect him to be this cracked. I did not expect him with his gauge, his active gauge, to be this cracked. The blast damage, the damage in gel. He cancels buff. The active gauge is faster. You can use it back to back. It nullifies endurance with the gauge is full. Once your unique gauge is full. Blast armor. He's just something. The combo potential he's just something different. And it's weird based on how they said in the meta, how they said with this new update, they were going to balance out the characters. This is not how you balance out them characters. If this is what you're going to be running. This was insane to me. I'm not mad at them. Do what you want to do. I just thought it was a little crazy. But he could run them on Frieza Saga, LOE, or PO. I feel like Goku has better teams, so Goku, people are running Goku with versatility, and he has KO guard. But Frieza individually is a better unit. Individually, Frieza is better than Goku, but Goku has more team options. So I feel like that is, if you want to change it, put Goku at 1. That's your personal choice. But me, I am putting Goku at 2. Frieza to me is ultimately number 1. 2, he's not 2. But that's my tier list for this. This is my top 10. How you feel is if you want to change it out, that's all up to you. If you have any comments, want to see what you think should be different in this, or what your opinion is, drop just say something in the comments. Let me know how you feel. But this is my top 10 right now in the meta. I'm Hearts TV. I'm out.